G'day and welcome to episode 9. This week we'll continue up the Stewart Highway from Katherine, turning right at Pine Creek and heading into Kakadu National Park. We'll be stopping at Gunlom, Maguk, Twin Falls, Jim Jim Falls before heading up to Jabiru and Ubia. We'll then head out of Kakadu National Park via the Arnhem Highway and make our way towards Darwin.
This week, before we get too far and go up to Kakadu, we have called into Mcguirk National Park and we're just going to go up and do the lookout walk and watch the sunset. An estimated 40 to 50,000 bats hang out in the trees here during the day, and as the sun sets they fly off in search of food, so it should be quite a show from the lookout. We made it to the top.
No, we didn't. We're only halfway.
Oh, I'm a sweaty mess. It's so hot. We actually made it to the top and the view is absolutely beautiful. About 60 k's north of Katherine, there's a place called Edith Falls. So we've called in here because there's some nice little swimming holes here and also some free hot showers.
Most of Kakadu is accessible by two-wheel drive. The roads into the individual falls, however, like this one to Gunlom, can become quite corrugated. If you're up for the shakes, the reward at the end makes it all worthwhile.
We've arrived at Gunlom Falls, so we've parked the car up and come for a walk down to the Plunge pool for a swim, and then we're going to walk up to the top of the falls where there's an infinity edge pool and watch the sunset from up there. Swimming at the top of the falls was so nice the night before, we decided to climb up again in the morning. We ventured upstream this time and found a little waterfall and a deep plunge pool. Our next stop is Mcguirk Falls. The campground and start of the walk is 10 kilometres off the Kakadu Highway.
The last few hours swimming at these rock holes at the top of one of the waterfalls in Kakadu. We got this hot tip from a fellow traveller, so thanks for that, you know who you are. And there's heaps of swim throughs all the way up, which has been lots of fun. We're just about to head down now and move on to the next spot.
On the road again to Mcguirk Falls. The drive to the campground, which sits at the base of the escarpment, is 50 kilometres off the highway. It's then another 10 to the falls, which we'll do in the morning. We've set up camp just up the road from Mcguirk Falls, and the flies here are out of control. But the ranger just came and gave us a tip to go for a walk down the road so we can get some good photos of the escarpment. We're at Mcguirk Falls today and we're doing the Plunge pool walk. It's only about a 2k walk and it's about 38 degrees today, so the swim at the end is going to be really nice.
We're walking up to the Plunge pool at the bottom of Mcguirk Falls to go for a swim. And this is the creek which flows out of the plunge pool, and as you can see here, there's a croc trap. So Jolly hasn't seen any crocs yet, so maybe this is a good sign. As this is late in the dry season, the falls have all but slowed to a trickle, meaning the pools at the bottom can become quite stale. This beach looks quite picturesque and perhaps slightly misplaced in this part of the world, but the water has become a little stagnant. Once you swim through this pool, however, the main plunge pool at the bottom of the falls was a perfect temperature, crystal clear and brimming with life. We'd be happy to forget the fact that we found out on the way back we could have walked around the first slightly stagnant water section.
Heading north from the amazing waterfalls, we're spending a couple of days exploring the stone country around Ubir. This area is visited by thousands every year to see some amazing Aboriginal artwork. We've come for a drive up to Cahill's Crossing because this is apparently the place to see a croc. So I haven't seen one yet, and let's see if I do. So we found a croc. He was just hiding in plain sight, having a sunbake. We decided to go on the East Alligator River cruise to learn a bit more about the area and also so I could get a closer look at these guys.
They eat everything. They eat the sharks, they eat each other, they eat buffaloes, bulls, horse, cows, pigs, dogs, geese, ducks, waterfowl, fish, snakes, echidnas, wallabies, everything. The non-discriminatory.
Just want to say a special thanks to Michael, Am and Mitch from the Border Store for their hospitality. If you're in the area, make sure to drop in, say hello and try their delicious Thai food. To wrap up our week in Kakadu, we've come up to Ubir. We've done a guided tour of the rock art this morning with one of the local rangers. I definitely recommend doing it if you're up here. It was really informative and very, very interesting. We're now just at the top of the rock outcrop looking out over the floodplains, and it's beautiful here as you can see behind me. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss next week's. Thanks guys, bye!